Module 2 focuses on the safety of food delivery riders. The vision for the industry is to promote riders who are competent and ride safely. All riders require the capabilities, including knowledge, skills and resources, to be able to work safely and not put yourself or others at risk of harm. Food delivery riders are culturally diverse, coming from nations from all across the globe. Regardless of which country you come from, you have a responsibility to know and adhere to Australian road safety rules and requirements. If you are going to be performing your service on the road as a food delivery rider, it is recommended that you obtain an Australian driver's or rider's license. Obtaining a license is the best way to demonstrate that you understand the unique road rules in Australia, which may differ from road rules in other countries. Obtaining a license also demonstrates your commitment to being a responsible road user and will reduce your risk of being involved in a collision. In the event that a collision occurs, possession of a valid license greatly reduces your own personal liability. You can think of your license as a contract or an agreement between you as a rider and the rest of society. For on-road operating, you should have a minimum of a car, Class C, or rider, Class R, license, preferably issued in the state of Victoria. You should obtain a license issued by your state of residence before you begin work as a food delivery rider, but, at a minimum, within 3 months of arrival into Australia. If you ride a moped, scooter or motorcycle, you should obtain a motorcycle license. It is very important to have the correct license when you ride. While some states permit you to ride up to a 50 cubic centimeters moped on a car license, you must have a specific rider license in VIC. You do not need a car license to get a rider license. Your rider license must be current. It must not be expired, cancelled or suspended. You must have the correct license class for the type of moped, motorcycle or scooter you are riding. You need to obtain a VIC rider license if you are a resident of VIC for more than 6 months. You need to obtain an interstate rider license if you are a visitor from interstate. You need to have a current rider license from another country if you are a visitor from overseas. If your license is not in English, you must also carry an international driving permit or an English translation of your overseas license. In addition, you must not ride if you are disqualified from riding by a court in VIC or any state or territory in Australia or overseas. Riders with licenses from another state, territory, or overseas must not ride if their visiting rider privileges have been suspended in VIC by Roads and Maritime Services. Heavy penalties apply for riding without a license, or with an expired, cancelled, suspended or disqualified license, or a license of the wrong class. This flow chart shows how a new motorcycle rider progresses through the licensing scheme in VIC. Here's the step-by-step guide. 1. Pass the pre-learner course, practical. 2. Pass the rider knowledge test, computer, and progress to a learner rider license. 3. Take the 6-hour pre-provisional course. 4. Pass the motorcycle operator skills test, practical, and progress to the provisional rider license. 5. Hold your provisional license for 36 months, then you can go to a registry or service center and upgrade to a full license. There isn't a test at this final stage. There are restrictions applicable for learner and provisional rider licenses in VIC. If you are riding a motorcycle, there is a zero tolerance for alcohol consumption. You must not consume alcohol or drugs and ride. If you are on an L, P1 or P2 license, you need to display the corresponding yellow, red or green plate on the rear of your motorcycle. You must wear a helmet that complies with Australian Standard 1698 or ACES 22.05. If you are on an L, P1 or P2 license, there is zero tolerance for using your mobile phone while riding. If you are on a learner or provisional license, you may not operate a motorcycle with engine capacity greater than 660 cubic centimeters, or a power-to-weight ratio greater than 150 kilowatts per ton. If you are on a learner or P1 license, you must limit your speed to less than 90 kilometers per hour or less than 100 kilometers per hour if you are on a P2 license. If you are on a learner or provisional license, you may not lane filter whatsoever. Bicycle riders, including e-bike riders, in VIC must obey the road rules. Under the road rules in the VIC legislation, a bicycle is considered a vehicle and has the same road rules as other vehicles. In Australia, an e-bike is considered to be the same as a bicycle. You must stop at red lights or stop signs, give way as indicated by road signs, obey road speed limits, and give hand signals when changing direction or turning. When there is a bicycle lane present on the road, you must use that bicycle lane unless it is impractical to do so. Motorcycle and scooter riders in VIC must obey the road rules. Under the road rules in the VIC legislation, motorcycles and scooters are considered to be the same as vehicles and have the same road rules as other vehicles. You must stop at red lights or stop signs, give way as indicated by road signs, obey road speed limits, leave sufficient space for other road users, and indicate when changing direction or turning. Participating in high-risk behavior greatly increases your risk of being involved in a collision. You can greatly minimize your risk of being involved in an incident by ensuring you do the following. Ensuring that you are traveling at a speed which is unsafe for the conditions present and does not exceed the speed limit. Ensuring you are not distracted and are not using your mobile phone when riding. Ensuring you are not fatigued by getting sufficient sleep, taking rest breaks, and reducing stress. Ensuring you are not using alcohol or drugs during or before starting deliveries. Ensuring you are using helmets or appropriate apparel when riding. As a safe rider, you will minimize high-risk activities while you are working or using the road network. That is the end of Module 2.